Ladies and gentlemen, good evening, dear traders and investors. How is everybody doing today? So, the United States stock market opened up a half an hour ago, and Tesla was one of the companies that released their report yesterday after the market closed. We're not going to go too much into detail about the report. We are going to look at some key factors, and I'm going to show you how I traded. I also want to show you how some assets can correlate on and with the stock market and tell you about some other factors that you need to keep in mind when you are trading different company stocks. Let me just quickly say hello in chat and make sure that everything is okay with the sound and the picture. Please let me know what country you're joining me from. Just say hello or just let me put some plus signs. For those of you who do not know me, my name is Angela, and I welcome you, Angie, and I welcome you to Olymp Trade. My friends, while I'm waiting for your replies and checking, I do want to remind you to please make sure that you are subscribed to our YouTube channel. Go ahead and give this video a thumbs up and, of course, ring on the notifications bell so that you don't miss our releases and so forth. And likewise, my friends, I do hope that you visit all of our official social networks. There's a lot of action going on there as well. Sound and video is good. Fantastic. Thank you so much for that confirmation. Well, my friends, we have another giant company that released an impressive earnings report for the second quarter of 2021. And yes, I am talking about Tesla. But I must say that reviewing the earnings calendar in general, I've noticed that it's pretty green across the whole board. I think Netflix is one of the only companies that comes to mind that had a less than expected EPS recently. Other than that, the reporting has been pretty good. Let me go ahead and pull up my the Tesla report right here. By the way, my friends, you can find the Tesla report on this website. It's ir.tesla.com. Let me just post it in chat for you right now. And you basically just click on this PDF right here and download it and gives you the report. Like I mentioned, we're not going to get too much into detail, but I guess we can see here that the EPS grew to earnings per share is $1.45 versus the forecast was 94 cents. The revenue also grew, and it is 11.96 billion versus the forecast, which was 11.53 billion. Now, a few other things that I want to mention, and there are two more positive factors to consider. The first thing that I want to tell you about is that Tesla greatly reduced their regulatory credit sales. And this is, we can see this right here. Just to give you an understanding of what this is, governments around the whole world made a rule for car makers. And the main idea behind this rule is to reduce carbon emissions, so pollution. And so car makers have to have a certain amount of these so-called regulatory credits each year. And they can obtain these credits by producing electric cars. Even if they make like regular cars, like gasoline cars, then like a portion of their cars, they have to make electric in order to obtain these regulatory credits. I'm just going to call them credits from now. Now, since Tesla only produces electric cars, it has a lot of extra credits that they can sell to car makers who haven't made their annual credit quotas. So to make this long story short, the amount of credit sales that Tesla made in the first quarter, we can see right here, it was a lot. And it clearly helped them out with profit, but it was also at the same time somewhat alarming for some investors. And the second quarter drop, I must say, it's not only a brighter number, it's actually the lowest that it's been in the previous 4 quarters. So this is a pretty cool factor. By the way, since we are on the topic of carbon emission and pollution, you've probably noticed that many governments are talking about and taking steps and plans for a cleaner environment, especially like in the mid to long term. So this is also good for Tesla because they also produce solar batteries and energy storage systems for homes and other eco-friendly innovations. And of course, I do want to mention the net income, my friends. The net income, the GAAP net income, actually, the clean profit after all expenses is was actually more than $1 billion for the first time in Tesla's history. Just a very quick understanding: GAAP is the industry standard. It stands for Generally Accepted Accounting Principles, which is a set of principles that public companies in the United States must follow to provide a clear picture of how business operates from a financial point of view. So, my friends, Tesla seems to be doing pretty good. Let me go ahead and just switch back to the platform for a minute. Now, you've probably noticed that a lot of times, even if the report is better than the forecast, the price of shares drops instead of rising. Here, I want you to remember one thing when we are talking about fundamental factors and news releases that we have a forecast for. So we have like a forecast for it, so we have like an idea of what the numbers are going to be. A lot of times market participants, they buy on the rumors, so they buy on the forecast and they sell on the fact. And actually, as we can see right here, this is yesterday's day. We had a pretty bullish day yesterday before the report. Okay, let me make this a little bit bigger. In regards to today's trading, my friends, let's see here. I'm looking at let's look at a smaller time frame, the 15-minute time frame. We did have like a spike right here, like a bullish movement, and then the price did go down. Personally, what I did was, and I guess I can explain the way that you can trade the earnings reports, especially the ones that are released either after the market closes or before the market opens. Basically, you have to have a pending order open, and that's exactly what I did. Basically, let's see here. So my trades were executed, and right now I have two pending orders. Basically, I'm watching the situation. I just want to say that, during the first release, there really wasn't that much movement. I am, as you can see, I'm 50-50 right now. I do want to kind of see where the price is going to go. The reason that I'm waiting for the time being, I'm not closing my up trade for the time being, is because on the hourly time frame, I see that the price is near this trend line support. If we go lower than here, if we break this area of support down, then that would be an indication that we can go lower. For the time being, at least for another hour or so, I do want to watch to see how it's going to go. I really was expecting more of a move, but the market does have a mind of its own. But basically, what you can do is, first of all, you can either set up a pending order. What I did was I set it up for my local time, like 1 minute before the market closed, and or you can basically trade on FTT. But on FTT, you can trade the actual release. It's a little bit more complicated with the market, with the releases that come after market close and before the market opens. I personally, truthfully, I must say that I enjoy trading more with technical analysis rather than fundamental analysis, except for non-farm payrolls. I do like my non-farm payrolls, as many of you probably already know. Now, I also wanted to speak to you about asset correlation. And in regards to Tesla, I want to say that I wouldn't call it a correlation, but more of a relationship. Everybody knows that Elon Musk is a crypto fan, and news from Tesla can and do have an impact on crypto assets, especially Bitcoin. Bitcoin and Tesla have had a lot of fun this year. So first, Tesla bought 1.5 billion worth of Bitcoin. Then it drops its BTC position by 10%. Then first Tesla accepts Bitcoin for payments. Then it doesn't due to environmental issues. And now earlier this month, Mr. Musk announced again that they are likely to start accepting the form Bitcoin as a form of payment again. So just keep in mind that Elon, Tesla, and Bitcoin, they basically hang out in the same circle. So news relating to Bitcoin from Tesla can also have an effect on the cryptocurrency. Let's see here. So I guess I should have gone over this a little bit more. What exactly is correlation? Correlation is let me get to that and just let me just finish up with Tesla. I just want to mention that, we briefly looked at the report today, but if you want to learn more about the earnings report in detail and how to check individual press releases and press conferences, along with different valuable website references, please check out the videos that I'm going to send in chat right now. Yaroslav recently had 2 awesome streams. One, basically, I'm going to pin it in chat right now. My friends, if you're watching this video after the live webinar, you're going to have the hint appear for you in the upper right corner. So basically, Yaroslav had had 2 detailed streams about how everything that you need to know about the earnings report, where to find it, how to read it, different websites, and also showed you how to trade the Netflix report as well. Now, let's get back to talking a little bit about correlation. So correlation means that 2 assets, they're basically moving in, they have a tendency to move in the same or similar direction. Basically, let me just show you an example. Euro US dollar. For example, Euro US dollar and GBP USD. Give me just a second here. Let me make this a little bit higher time frame. Okay, so something about like that. So basically, different assets that have a tendency to move in a similar direction. So we can see that it's not ideal and it's not exactly the same, but we can see that we have kind of like a similar tendency on Euro US dollar and GBP USD as an example. Another example of correlated assets would be like AUD USD and NZD USD, the Australian dollar and the United States dollar and the New Zealand dollar and United States dollar, and of course cryptocurrencies like Bitcoin and Litecoin, and gold and silver. So basically 2 assets that move. There's also anti-correlations, so basically where 2 assets have a tendency to move in the opposite directions. What I want to show you, my friends, another thing that I want to show you, let me go ahead and pull up my earnings calendar. Just a brief second here. I just want to show you the earnings calendar for tomorrow, for today. Today's the 27th. But as you can see, this is all the companies that are going to report after the market closes. And this is like really, really cool because after the market closes today, we're going to have a lot of releases. We have Apple, Microsoft, Google, Visa, Starbucks, AMD, they all report, and all of these stocks are available on the Olymp Trade platform. So this is really, really, really cool. Don't forget to, check them out. But what's really cool is that since we are on the topic of asset correlations, that you have to understand that all of these companies, aside from Visa, are a part of the NASDAQ index. So another thing that you can do is watch for the release and also trade NASDAQ, for example. Just this brief second here. So if all of these companies release better than expected reports, then this can give a boost to the NASDAQ index as well. Or as a whole, with the move of these company stocks, the NASDAQ will move as well. And then lastly, my friends, another thing that I want to mention, let me just keep monitoring. Yes, so we're going down. Give me just a brief second here. Okay, so on the daily time frame. I'm just going to monitor this situation for a little bit longer. It does seem like we have a little bit more of a bullish. Yeah, and this is a bearish engulfing too. I'm going to go ahead and minimize my losses and close this up trade. And I'm going to continue with this move down. Let's see where it's going to take me. Alrighty, so and then lastly for today, my friends, I do want to mention some other ways that stocks can be influenced. Different company releases. I just want to say that there are clearly a lot of different company stocks that you can trade. Um, don't forget that you can take your pick from the huge list that we have on the Olymp trade platform. So, in all of these companies, they belong to different sectors. Some belong to the banking sector, some belong to the technology sector, pharmaceuticals, and so forth. And it's pretty hard to know and to understand all of these companies and their industries. The thing is that you don't need to understand all of them. What you can do is choose a few stocks that are interesting for you and then follow them. What are some of the things that you can follow? For example, Apple releases new products and new iPhones several times a year. By the way, they released this new thing, the little chips that you can stick onto your like your keys or your purse, I don't know, your wallet, and basically you can track them on the iPhone. Love it. so um, so that was for Apple. Starbucks has seasonal releases and specials during holidays. They have like different cups. They have special coffees um, during fall, especially like with the pumpkins and stuff like that. So a lot of times, and they have like holiday cups. I already said cups and other stuff as well. Netflix is adding also new features like the Netflix shop. You can buy branded Netflix stuff from their shop. And of course, other companies are also expanding in their respective industries as well. So there's a lot more that you can choose from. My friends, let me check how everybody is doing in chat. Okay, I do see that my colleague is in chat helping me out. Thank you so much for that. No audio. Let's see here. Alrighty, my friends. Well, I thank you so much for tuning in today. It was very nice to see all of you. I certainly hope that you enjoyed my lesson today and that you now have a better understanding of stock trading and that you will you'll be able to use this knowledge to trade and make a profit on Olymp trade. Please don't forget to check the earnings calendar for tomorrow. They mentioned the large amount of releases that we have. Remember that if you want to trade them on the Olymp Trade platform and the Forex platform, don't forget to set up a pending order before the market closes. And once again, thank you so much for joining today. I do want to remind you one more time to please make sure that you are subscribed to our YouTube channel. If you enjoyed this lesson, give me a thumbs up and ring on the notifications bell. Likewise, my friends, I do hope to see all of you on our social networks. Thank you so much for tuning in, and I will see you next time. My name is Angie. Bye-bye.